Wanna play?
Wanna play? Wanna play? Wanna play? Wanna play?
Wanna
Hey everybody, welcome back to Wanna Play. My name is James McKenna, and it is time once again for our 4th annual horror collection / room tour video. This is the 4th time I've done this. I did this 2020, 2021, 2022, and now it's time for the 2023 updated room tour. So, without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so starting things off right here, we've got the Reanimator reaction figure, and right underneath him is the alien from They Live, two great 80s films right there. Right next to that, we've got the Ghostface mask, of course. If your horror collection doesn't have a Ghostface mask, is it really a horror collection? Then right next to that is one of my favorite pieces in the entire collection. Right here, this light up Bates Motel sign, of course, from Psycho. And then next to that is probably my favorite thing in the whole collection. Of course, the signed 8x10 autograph from The Shining, Shelley Duvall, framed just in the coolest way possible. Found this at a store just in the mall right near me randomly one day, and I was like, yep, that's mine right there, and I put it right in the center of everything. Of course, right next to that is one of the biggest and most noticeable things in my collection, the poster from 1976, Carrie, of course. And then right next to that is the mask from Silence of the Lambs and the Hannibal series. And then underneath that is the glove, of course, from A Nightmare on Elm Street. And then moving down, starting here, we've got the magazine from the Creepshow films. Inside of it is pretty much every short just in magazine form. So it's pretty much just like the magazine that you see in the movie. It's pretty cool. And then right here is the Halloween 2 Michael Myers NECA figure. I didn't really know where to put them because there isn't really that much room where my NECAs are now, as you'll see. And I already have 2 Michael Myers, so I just kind of threw them up there. Right next to him is, of course, the Pinhead box, the Lament configuration from the Hellraiser franchise. Right next to them is a Ghostface plush, and then next to him are these really cool minifigures from this cool movie called The Day the Earth Stood Still from the 50s. This is the main alien that came down named Klaatu, and of course his big robot servant named Gort. And then behind them is the license plate from Jeepers Creepers Be Eating You. Underneath them, we've got the Child's Play 2 Chucky Jumbo Funko Pop right there. And then next to him is Bruce the Shark from Jaws. Above that is the model car from Christine. And then behind that is the Grady Twins Funkos from The Shining. Coming on over here, we've got a bunch of Michael Myers stuff. We've got, of course, the Michael Myers Funko Pop. And then behind him is all of the Halloween movies on DVD. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, H2O, Resurrection, Rob Zombie's films, and 2018. Still have yet to get Kills and Ends, but they're on the list. And then coming up from there is this pretty cool Pennywise figure. I got this at like a random collectible store one day. I can't remember what brand it is, but it's pretty sick. It looks pretty cool, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's mine right there. Behind that is this steel plate from Suspiria. The only thing that I have from Suspiria, because it's one of my all-time favorite movies, but there isn't a whole lot of merchandise for it. So as soon as I found out that this existed, went right into my Amazon cart. Next to that, we've got more reaction figures. This time the Universal Monsters. We got Frankenstein, the Mummy, if you can see him, and then the Invisible Man. Then coming back down here, we've got the Michael Myers mask. Above him is this Michael Myers plush. And then going over here, we've got this Toonie Terrors Bruce the Shark figure from Jaws, of course with Quint next to him. Underneath there, we've got some Funko Pops, the alien from They Live, Spiky from Killer Clowns from Outer Space, just a generic, if you can see him behind Leatherface, Alfred Hitchcock Funko Pop. And then back here is the Pennywise from 2017. And then on top of those, of course, the Toonie Terrors from Jaws. And then more Funkos, we got Danny, Jack, and Wendy Torrance from The Shining. And the Pinhead NECA figure back there. And then coming over here, we've got these 2 little figures. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but we've got Freddy Krueger and we got Jack Torrance from The Shining. And then behind them is the Jason mask, of course. And then coming down here, we've got the 5 main slashers in horror, pretty much in the dead center of the screen for all of my YouTube videos. We've got, of course, Michael Myers from Halloween Ends, Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Ghostface from Scream, and of course, Chucky from Child's Play. And then coming over here, we've got this pretty cool Universal Monsters Mego collection right here. They're stood up on this pretty cool stand thing. Got a good shot right there. We've got, of course, the Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Phantom of the Opera, Frankenstein, The Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, Dracula, and the Invisible Man. Coming up next to them, we've got this Freddy Krueger piggy bank right here. Stood next to that is this Carrie homemade vinyl figure thing. They have a lot of names. They have Handmade by Robots, collectible vinyl figure knit series. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of names, so I just call it the Carrie thing. And then over there is Vincent Price Funko Pop, and behind him, of course, is a Jason Voorhees little plush. And then up here is another pretty cool thing. It's a custom made by somebody on eBay. This Overlook Hotel snow globe. It's got perfect detail. It's got the maze. It's got everything. Looks pretty sick. Underneath them, if you can see that, just like the Carrie thing, behind some of these figures is Hannibal Lecter and Leatherface. And then, of course, right behind the Candyman right here is the Leprechaun Funko Pop. Can't really see him that well, but he is there. And then some more figures are Norman Bates, of course, the Tall Man from Phantasm, Rowdy Roddy Piper, John Nada from They Live, Ash from Evil Dead, Candyman, RJ McCready from The Thing, the Xenomorph from Alien, the Predator, Pennywise, Billy from Silent Night Deadly Night, the Miner from My Bloody Valentine, the Djinn from Wishmaster, Frankenstein, the Mummy, the Wolfman, Pamela Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 3, and of course Victor Crowley from Hatchet. Behind them, we've got this sugar-coated Good Guys cereal box, and then above that is the Grady Twins Toonie Terrors from The Shining. Behind all these figures, we got a couple cups. We've got Every Day is Halloween, a Michael Myers cup. Then we've got a Jason Voorhees behind Billy Chapman. Jason Voorhees little mask cup. And then there's a Chucky water bottle. It says, "Hi, I'm Chucky, wanna play on it?" But this dude is just in the way, so you can't exactly see it. I guess I'll pick him up. Oh, and there, yep, alright, cool. There we go, now you get a better look of all the cups. And then behind the Wishmaster is this stand kind of thing. It's like a display stand that came with the Norman Bates figure that I just put behind there. Of course, the Halloween 2018 official novelization with Reagan from The Exorcist standing up on it. And then over here, I almost forgot to mention Count Orlok, another Toonie Terror, standing on top of the Chucky water bottle. And then above that is the Freddy Krueger Toonie Terror, surrounded by the 2 evil, deformed dogs that came with the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 NECA. I just threw him up there with the Toonie Terror's Freddy because it looks pretty cool, I think. Coming over here is a pretty cool gift I got from Horror Gang in a mystery unboxing video. The Shining VHS, and then on top of him, of course, this little figure of Art the Clown from Terrifier. Then coming over here, we've got the pumpkin from the iconic opening credits of Halloween. And then behind there is this custom painted Halloween plate that I made myself many years ago. And then over here is my Mego figure collection, as well as other Toonie Terrors that I had nowhere else to put. So we've got Count Orlok from Nosferatu, Leatherface, Hannibal Lecter, Count Dracula from The Horror of Dracula from the 50s, the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, the Fly from The Fly, and one of the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And then above these other figures that I'll get into in a minute, we got the Toonie Terrors of Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Leatherface, Pinhead, Victor Crowley, the Miner, and Captain Blake from The Fog. I also have Herbert West somewhere. I don't know where he's at. I don't know if he fell behind there or anything. I looked, couldn't find him. My best guess is he probably fell down and hit the trash can and I threw him out by mistake, because I don't know, he just disappeared, but I did have him at one point. Then behind all these guys, we've got more figures. We've got Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. We've got Ripley from Alien, the creature from the Black Lagoon behind these guys. And then behind the Creeper and Dracula, let me just get rid of them real quick. We've got these little mini Funko Pops right here of Ghostface, Chucky, and Billy from Saw. And then coming over here, we've got pretty much all of the NECA boxes. I just kind of threw them up here because I thought they looked pretty cool. Chucky, coming back here, Evil Dead, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, The Mummy, The Wolfman, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween Kills, Friday the 13th, The New Blood, Frankenstein, Halloween 2, Predator, and Halloween 2018. And then above them is some more Funko Pops, Stone Cold Steve Austin, because I ran out of horror Funko Pops, Stephen King, Kenny Omega, because again, ran out of horror Funko Pops, Pinhead, the dad from Us, To Be Determined, one of the Gremlins, and then 2 characters from the new Candyman. And then down here is the poster from The Thing. Just the imagery, not the logo or anything. It's just one of the coolest posters that I think a horror movie has ever had. So when I saw this, I immediately picked it up. Coming over here, we've got this animated mini head of Jason Voorhees. And then underneath him, we've got this little Army of Darkness Ash figure. Coming down here, we've got this cool wall art print from the Hellraiser movies, of course, Pinhead, Butterball, the female one, the Chatterer. And then above that is this bulletin board right here that I just threw a bunch of stickers on. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch poster in the middle. And then I'll do a little zoom out so you guys can see the rest. And then coming over here, we've got some of my DVDs. Not all of them, we'll get into some more of them in a little bit. Not all these are horror, of course, but the vast majority of them are. And then coming over here, we've got some new stuff that I just got within the past couple months that you guys haven't really seen before. We've got these cool wall art, I think they're called like wall decor, at least where I got them from, that's just all they were called. I wish I knew more about them. If you know more about these, let me know in the comments, because I got all 6 of these from the same spot, and I've been looking for more and I couldn't find them. Well, we've got Trick or Treat, The Exorcist, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, and Friday the 13th. And then over here, of course, is another big wall print from Halloween Kills. And then over here is a poster that you would have got if you bought the limited edition Dead Schmeat version of the In Search of Darkness 80s horror documentary. So I just threw that over here. And then coming back over here, above them, we've got a couple of horror Funko Pops. We've got Jason Voorhees, little shining image ballroom photo in the middle of them. The Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, Beetlejuice, Ash, Nicolas Cage from Mandy, John Nada from They Live, Chucky, the Jumbo Clown, Leatherface, Hannibal Lecter, Carrie White, Pennywise, and Tiffany Valentine. Over here we've got some more DVDs. These are more of like the franchises. So of course like Final Destination, Alien series, Amityville Horror series. And then we've got more down here. These 3 right here were given to me in the same box that I got the Shining VHS tape from Horror Gang. I did an unboxing video on those if you want to check those out. But of course, some of them include the Alfred Hitchcock collection, Quiet Place, and The Shining, all on Blu-ray. Coming down here, we've got a little bit more stuff. We've got Halloween 2018, Michael Myers NECA figure, the first thing that I ever got in this entire collection. And over here, we've got some random clowns playing sports. And this is in my grandpa's bathroom at his old house. And when he moved, he was like, "You want them?" And I was like, "Sure." So I have those now. This right here was really cool. It was a Invisible Man from 1933, of course, nightlight type thing that would like change colors, but it's got a weird battery and it ran out and the charger broke, so can't really use that anymore, so I just kind of put it over here. And then over here, we've got Kurt Cobain Funko Pop with a heart-shaped box on it. Why not? And coming down here, we've got more rock stars and musicians Funko Pops, Freddie Mercury from Queen, Eddie Van Halen from Van Halen, Marilyn Manson, The White Stripes, Trey Cool from Green Day. And then coming back over here, we've got, of course, the Count Orlok, the legendary gigantic cardboard cutout. And then coming over here, of course, right next to him, is the monster, the creature, Frankenstein, giant poster right there. A Jaws poster, another one of the first things I ever got. You can see this, quite a lot of wear and tear on this thing. And then, of course, the massive poster for my favorite movie of all time, The Shining. A few more things down here. Abbey Road. Of course, the parody of Abbey Road. Jason, Freddy, Michael, and Leatherface. And then over here, we've got another little poster of just a compilation of all these horror villains. That's pretty cool, I think. And then coming over here is all the stuff that's pretty much below screen usually. We've got this little pin right there that again came with the Dead Meat edition of In Search of Darkness. A little postcard that came along as well. Quite a lot of cobwebs. That's, I guess, adds to the aesthetic, but as soon as I cut this camera, I'm probably going to destroy all those. The Shining plate, just like the Suspiria one that you saw earlier. And then below that is the Elm Street sign from A Nightmare on Elm Street. Coming over here, we've got a couple of horror socks, because why not? You find these at Newbury Comics a lot. Over here, we've got like a general compilation. Annabelle, The Conjuring, Exorcist, It, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and then It again. The Shining, Friday the 13th. And then over here is more display stuff from some of the NECA figures. So you got Candyman 3, Day of the Dead. Or maybe that's, no, that says Farewell to the Flesh. Is that 2 or 3? I can't remember. And then, of course, down here, Ghostface from the Scream NECA. And then the My Bloody Valentine from the My Bloody Valentine NECA. And then one final thing, for those who don't know, my entire bed, the bed sheets are, of course, the Shining carpet pattern. So real quick, I'm going to do a pan around, and then that'll be it. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There's my updated room tour from 2023. If you'd like to see the progression of this room over the years, you can go back and check out my previous room tours. Of course, as I said in the intro, I've been doing this every year since 2020, so you can go check those out if you would like to. But if not, I want to thank you very much for watching this video today. You can follow me on Instagram at JamesFromWannaPlay, and if you're interested and you like what you saw today, you can subscribe to this channel as well. I apologize if I still sound stuffed up in this video because I know it's been weeks and I still am. It's very, very annoying, believe me. But until next time, as I said, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye and good night. Bye.